Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all my favorite beauty products from the month of June, things I have been loving, and also a few things that I'm just regretting a tidbit. I cannot believe that June is almost over and it is July. Well, it's almost July. Get excited, it's my birthday month. But yeah, so I do this every month, sharing with you guys my favorite products, things that I've been loving, new, old things, just things that I've been using a lot. So let's get into it. I've gotten back into wearing liquid foundation, which is kind of odd because I would have normally not done that so much in the summertime. I do have a video on how I make liquid foundation work perfectly in the summertime, how I make it more long wearing and stuff. But I really sort of go for a more mattifying, long wearing formula that usually says like it controls oil or something like that. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus is one of my very old and recent favorites because I stopped using it for a while, but I really love that stuff. But I decided to try something new. I tried the Chanel Perfection Lumiere, which is a long wear flawless fluid sunscreen makeup. It has SPF 15 and it just is supposed to be really long wearing. I actually really love this stuff. I don't find that it's quite as oil controlling as the Makeup Forever, although my skin hasn't been super oily lately, and it may be because I'm wearing these foundations that maybe do a better job. Maybe it's my skincare, I don't know. I do have some new skincare products I'm going to show soon. I find that it's a lot more lightweight than the Makeup Forever. This is what it looks like up close. It has a really nice fresh scent that some people may not like because some people may not like really heavily scented things. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus does have a lot of like a floral scent, which I don't mind. This is more like a florally fresh scent. But you know, I really like it. I've used it with a brush, with my fingertips, with a beauty blender, and I find that it works great all those ways. I'm wearing it today. It is very long wearing and the finish is very matte. However, there is a formula called the Matte Lumiere that I am curious to try as well. So far I've been loving that stuff. I've been wearing that a lot this month. I've gotten back into my Origins Vitazing. I have so many older videos on this. I can't tell you how many of these I've gone through. It's basically a moisturizer that I use in the morning. I don't use it at night because it has SPF and a light tint to it. But it has SPF 15. It comes off white, has little speckles in it almost, like little flesh tone speckles. And when you put it on your skin, you can see it just sort of turning into like a flesh toned shade. And it's nice. It kind of gives you almost like a sort of, I don't want to say bronze and I don't want to say tan, but it just kind of gives you a little tint of like a darker shade that kind of warms up your skin. I guess that's what I should say. It warms up your skin. It makes it look really healthy. It's not greasy. I can apply my foundation over it and it just works perfect. I just love this stuff. I have for a long time. So I'm back into this and I'm really enjoying it. A new product that has recently came out is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. I believe this is out. I know I got it before it came out. And I was skeptical because I'm not a huge primer person. I really don't like very greasy feeling primers. And I didn't really realize what this was until I opened it and I was very surprised. It's in a stick form. And it doesn't come off really as that shade. It's just clear. I mean, I don't even have to show you. It just came off clear. Any skin tone can wear it. The idea behind this, which is kind of different than any other primer, is that on your clean skin, moisturized, whatever, you just apply it to, I apply it in these areas right here and a little on my chin. You don't rub it in. You wait until you use your liquid foundation, and then when you put your liquid foundation on, it sort of mixes with the liquid foundation and really creates like a more longer wearing product. So I found that to be the case. It works great with my, maybe that's why I'm noticing less oil. I don't know, but it's worked really well. I've used it with both the Matte Velvet Plus and the Perfection Lumiere that I just showed you. When I put it on my hand just then, after it sets up, it feels really dry. It doesn't feel like a really slippery primer. It really sets up and is almost like glue. I don't want to say that because it sounds gross. But I think it's a cool product. It's a very kind of different concept and I like it. Do you guys remember way back, not really, but in January, when I went to IMATS, I purchased a couple things. I got some Inglot stuff, the nail polishes, which I believe I talked about in my last favorites video. And I got these eyeliners, which I haven't shown in any videos because I haven't really used them in any videos. I've used both of the shades that I have. I got shade 34, which is like a pretty green. This isn't the shade that I mean, I like that, but that's not the shade that's like my favorite this month. And then 29, which I thought was really interesting because it's just a beautiful darkened eggplant. I don't think you can really tell, but that's what I'm wearing today. I love it because from a distance it looks black. You can wear it with anything, but then up close it's a little more interesting because it's a really deep purple. These stay on like nobody's business. They're really, really great eyeliners. I think you can order them if you don't have an Inglot store because I don't think there are too many Inglot stores. But this is great. This formula is really, really nice, and I really want to get some more of those. I've been just obsessed. This goes without saying because I've used it in a lot of tutorials. I've talked about it in a lot of videos, but the Volume de Chanel mascara is my new love. When I first had it, everything, first of all, I compared to my Armani Ice to Kill because this stuff is just my favorite. You can kind of see the brush on that. It's nothing crazy, but this stuff is just amazing. And it's very lengthening, volumizing, very dramatic. That's why I like it. So everything kind of is compared to that because that's my favorite. The Volume de Chanel is very similar. It's got more of a rubbery brush, but the formula is a little wetter. It comes off a little more, like you don't have to work with it as long because it really transfers a lot of product. So sometimes I have to be careful because the Armani Ice to Kill isn't like that. It's very kind of wispy and the formula isn't very thick, but it's very dramatic. This one is very like wet, thicker formula. After I have used it for a couple weeks, it has been perfect. And I've said that in the past with a lot of mascaras. You gotta give them a couple weeks to kind of almost dry out. And I remember I used to do this with my Lash Blast. I would leave the cap off of it and let it dry out for maybe like an hour and then put it back on and it would be perfect because sometimes it was a little too wet. But this one, just with normal use over the past couple weeks, has gotten to the perfect consistency. I mean, it's still very wet, but it's wonderful and I love it. It's just very dramatic, very beautiful, lengthening, volumizing. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, and yeah, it's great. When I do tutorials and stuff, I usually, where is it? I always use my Carbon Black Liner Intense by L'Oreal. I don't know, I'm shaking it. But it's a really nice, like really apparent, very dramatic liquid liner. It's my favorite black eyeliner of all time. But sometimes I go through phases. I've been using, when I use liquid every day or day to day, whatever, I use that Inglot number 29, the purple. But lately, if it's just every day or I'm just, you know, I don't really want the super dramatic look of a liquid liner, so I reach for a pencil. And lately I've been grabbing for this one a lot more. It is the Giorgio Armani Smooth Silk Eye Pencil. It's double-sided, so it has a little smudger, which helps. I like to use that under my eyes because I don't like a line under there. I like it to look just very like soft. And then, you know, it's just a regular pencil. This is a very creamy formula. It's very dark, transfers really well. I can use it on the waterline and it works great, but I would definitely repurchase this. I have had this for a very long time, and with sharpening, with regular use, it has not hardly gone down at all, which I find is awesome because it lasts a long time. These aren't cheap because it's Armani, but I'm not going to mind paying the money because it has lasted so long and it gives a really great result. I might do a more natural makeup tutorial soon. And a couple more products. I have been sort of obsessed with my eyebrows lately. I mean, not that I'm never like, you know, not that I never like don't take care of them, but I've been more into like filling them and making them look nice. They've got a good shape, so I don't have to do a whole lot to them, which is nice. But I've been really, really into brow products and, you know, just making them look their best. Now, my eyebrow kit that I've always used forever, my Sigma Brow Kit, they don't sell those anymore. But what's genius is now they sell the products separately because that was kind of crazy to buy the whole big kit to get everything. I used everything and I liked it, but I know sometimes like if you just need this or that, it's good to buy separate things, and they do sell them now, which is awesome. I've been in love with this pencil. It's the highlighting pencil. This is my second one. I have 2 of these. I keep one in my bathroom too. One side is like a pretty gold, and this side is a really creamy, like light shade. And it's nice. I have a little boo-boo. And it's nice because you can use them like on the inner corners of your eyes, but what I love is instead of using a light eyeshadow, which I used to always just, you know, in my eyeshadow kit or whatever I was using, I always had to have just a really light matte shade of like a creamy shade. But now I have this pencil, and I've been using this for a very long time like this. You just barely tap it under your eyebrow and just blend it out. It's so creamy, it's so perfect. I don't do that so much with the gold side. I use the gold side mostly like that, or, you know. But this pencil goes with me. If I ever pack my makeup, it's like a must-have product. Like, I love it so much. And then now the little brow powders are sold separately, which is awesome. The color in the Beauty Expert kit was called Scarlet. I think it was called Scarlet that I really liked. I could be wrong. But the medium little kit has the perfect shade. You can see I've used a lot of it. But really pigmented, really nice. I might do a brow tutorial soon, but these 2 products I've been obsessed with for my brows. That's it for my favorites. I know this video is getting ridiculously long, but okay, we're just gonna keep going because I've got some like bad things to show you. Not necessarily bad, but things that looking back I wouldn't repurchase. Okay, product 1. I'm trying to find it and I can't find it, and I think I was so angry at it when I used it that I may have thrown it away. It was the Sally Hansen Sugar. What was it called? Sugar. The nail polishes that are, can't think of what it's called. Something about sugar. Okay, regardless. I got the mint color. I used it. I'm good at doing my nails. I will say I can do my nails pretty good. It was terrible. I have seen some people that do it that looks alright. But, you know, I thought maybe it was just the green. It just looked gross. And if you follow my Instagram, you saw my picture that I posted of that, so you can go check that out if you don't believe me. It was horrible. That was my biggest regret. Was that this month? I want to say that was this month or last month. Regardless, I didn't talk about it last month, but yeah, that was bad. I'm not a textured nail polish fan. I'm not. I like just, you know, I'll do matte nails, but I like my nail polish to be smooth. I don't have time for making lumpy nail polish try to look good. I just don't. I don't care how cute people make it look. It just doesn't look cute to me. It looks bad. And then, you guys may be surprised by this, but the more I started using this, the more I wish I hadn't bought it. The Naked Basics palette. I knew there was a reason that I was holding off on it for so long. I finally caved and bought it. I think this would be a great kit if you have an issue with, like, you know, not using so many shimmery products because maybe you feel like, you know, your eyes look a bit aged, or for whatever reason. I like matte products for the most part. A lot of times I would rather use that than a lot of shimmer day to day because I can get away with wearing darker colors and things like that, making it look more dramatic without being like shimmer all over the place. But I find that these colors are good. I should say, well, I don't really use this yellowy foxy color, but these 3 are good. These 2 I found, especially this brown, was a little chalky and hard to blend. It's pigmented okay, but I mean, yeah, they're pigmented well, but they're just really tough to blend out. The black I used just over liner, you know, just to soften it out. And then the Venus shade was a good highlight, but I don't know, I couldn't justify it because I've got so many other products like that. If you're into eyeshadow, you've got these colors in some way, shape, or form. It's nice to have them all together in this little palette, but I just didn't find the quality was that great. I don't know, call me crazy, but I've used it a million times and I can't make it work. I mean, I can make it work, but it's just not great. What I told my friend the other day, I said, you know, if you like more of a shimmer, which I usually don't, but these shades are nice, go for the rosy tan to your palette. Yeah, it's got this pink in it, but you can create like a really nice color, a really nice look using these. These are just amazing. It's got a matte shade, and then it's got like 3 of these shades that aren't overly frosted. This brown is really, really pretty and pigmented, and it seems to last forever because I can still see the little hatch in it, you know, like the little design. And I've used this thing a ton, and I've had it a very long time. So I don't know. I'm regretting this. I just don't think it was that great. I think if you've got the other Naked palettes, you're fine. Just skip that. That was it for the month. I feel like I had a ton of favorites, and this is going to be a really long video, I know, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you'll check out some of these good products because I love them. I will do an eyebrow tutorial soon. Oh, and if you're curious about any of like the home projects or anything that I've mentioned in videos, I know sometimes I mention here and there that I'm doing this or that, check out my blog because I've got a ton of new like home decor things. And at the top of my blog I have little tabs so you can click, you know, home and decor if you just want to see that or whatever. Because I remember in a recent video I had mentioned about redoing some things in our house. So if you guys want to check that out, check it out because I don't usually make a ton of videos on that sort of thing. It's mostly just to my blog. Just this week I've posted about several new MAC collections too, so you can check those out as well. A lot of new things on the blog, so check that out too if you haven't. Kind of goes hand in hand with the videos, so different things on there that I post here and it just kind of all works together. So yeah, I will stop because this is so long, I know. But yeah, I hope that you guys had a great month and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.